Namaste. My name is Manohar. Today I am going to share some life's learning on a very interesting, essential, big, sensitive topic, marriage. This is, basically my life's learning over a beautiful journey of 20 years in my marriage. Hope you find this information useful. Let's get started. What is marriage? Very tough question. I'm sure many of us will struggle to answer this question. But if you ask me honestly, if I look back my 20 years of journey in my marriage, this is how it looks. So initially it started as a journey, romance, fun, love. As we move forward, the next phase was job, stabilization, kids, car, new home, their management, etc. A few years. Then we moved on to a next phase where it's more of a selfless service. Keep providing, keep helping others, providing service to everyone in the family. Still, if you move further in the few more years, it's a role testing your tolerance and patience level. Kids are growing, they are in adolescent, wife is independent, parents need time. There's a lot happening in your life where it tests tolerance and patience. If you move further, you will reach a phase you will become a selfless giver. Just keep giving to people. You don't expect anything from anyone else. You are just a giver. So, beautiful picturization. Hope you are getting a typical journey when the marriage starts and how it proceeds with years. This is another interesting depiction before marriage. So, for a boy and a girl before marriage, these are the things on mind. Marriage means romance, sex, infatuation, beauty, honeymoon, always thinking something on the cloud, fun time. Maybe we are made for each other for next seven births to come, etc., etc. A lot on mind. But they don't realize the moment they get married, they will have their own family, right? So that comes with some standard package like cooking, managing home, managing kids schooling, dropping, picking, bills, loan, etc., etc. So there's a lot that comes the moment you get married. You will have your own separate family existence. So there are a lot of things that come. If you are aware, then this is not a shocker. But if you do not know this could be a huge learning curve for you. Alright, this is another interesting depiction. So, typically for a boy or girl, before marriage, this is how it looks, right? So, you are carefree, you are unskilled, you don't know how to cook, how to manage yourself. So, a lot of things you don't know, low on ownership, you can do anything, no one will ask you, even if you don't do something, no one will ask you. You are just a member in the family, right? People don't expect more from you. Very casual, always fun-loving, want to do this, do that, entertain, travel, fun, friends, there's not much long-sightedness, always thinking short. You have lots of time for yourself. You can do anything, go for trekking, go for travel, go with friends. With a short notice, you can decide on big things. You can just pack your bag and move on. No baggage, basically. A lot freedom, a lot of aspects before marriage. But the moment you are married, there's a lot of unwritten desired state people would expect. For example, everyone will expect you to be really responsible, a seasoned person who can tackle things pretty well. People would expect you to be really skilled and hands-on in many areas. For example, cooking, packaging, presentation, dealing with guests, talking, dealing on commercial topics, so on and so forth. They would expect. And people would expect you are high on ownership for family, right? And they would start considering you as a leader. They will come to you for decisions. You are expected to make decisions. And they would expect you to be serious, hence, it will be really tricky, or it won't be accepted if you are very casual and, you are very, bit of a loose behavior is not tolerant. And while you are fun loving, people would also expect you to be little observant, little, the one who will decide, who will have based on the group, they would expect you to behave differently. And naturally, they would expect you to have a vision. What will would like to do with your kids, their planning, retirement plan, kids' education, kids' marriage, jewelry, home, car, etc., etc. Then suddenly you realized time is precious. You are stretched for time because there are so many items that will demand your time, right? So your spouse, your family, your kids, then there are a lot of other household activities where possibly you need to contribute, etc. So suddenly you realize your time has become, you're stretched for time. Then there is naturally your responsibilities will increase, hence the higher the baggage. You cannot simply escape. You cannot simply dump your responsibilities and run away, right? They would expect you to carry those. And there are many other things, hence, so this becomes a really a good learning immediately the moment you get married. This is a nice summary. So if anyone want to say whether I am happily married, in my view, if you have this view between husband and wife, if you have these parameters in common, if they exist, then naturally you'll have a happy marriage. So in my view, if any marriage has at least these 15 elements, naturally that is a happy marriage. All right. So if you think you learned enough, this was a good information and you really want to really call it off, great, thank you. Then in that case, why don't you really, mark this occasion, spend a little money helping someone, how tough is the marriage, how big is the marriage is. It's a big decision. So you can decide helping a single parent or a widow if you want to take a break now. If you want to know more, okay, then let's continue our journey. Humility. This is hugely important. See, between husband and wife, there are a lot of aspects. They have different education, their family background is different. Maybe their cats are different, their cultures are different, their cities where they grew up, their countries. There could be a lot of differences. So it's better, you maintain your humility so that it doesn't unsettle the family setup. Sweet talk. As you all know, that sweet talk is a very nice package. You avoid conflicts. Naturally, that will make you an acceptable person. That won't unsettle a team or a group of people meeting you. There are a lot of benefits of a sweet talk. Anger. Anger is a very dangerous thing. Every time you get angry, you are killing your relationship little by little. So hence controlling anger is very essential. So between husband and wife, anger brings in difference of opinion. It causes distance. Hence, try to control your anger. Harsh words. You are a useless fellow. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to deal with people. You don't have beauty sense. You are overweight. You don't know cooking. You don't know any sort of work. You don't know how to manage home, etc., etc. There are a lot of opportunities when you are married to use harsh words, and unknowingly we keep using them. Every time you use a harsh word, you are diluting your relationship. You are killing relationship. Don't do that. Hence, controlling harsh word, basically, keeping silent in the moment of testing is very important. Patience and tolerance. These are the core pillars of a family life. There is a lot that happens when two people stay together, right? So they are not perfect, their thought process are different, their skill levels are different. Someone knows cooking, someone doesn't know cooking, someone spoils something, someone has some bad habits, someone talks more, someone spends more time on WhatsApp, someone would expect someone else to spend more time with kids, someone doesn't want to do clothes folding, someone doesn't want to do grocery shopping, so on. So there are a lot of things. So patience and tolerance will really help you accommodate those aberrations, those variations, so that you still have a smooth and happy life. Gratitude. Say thank you. It builds good relationship. It helps it improves love. So find opportunities to say thank you. If someone is cooking for you, say thank you. If someone is picking you, someone is dropping you, say thank you. If someone is helping you, say thank you. There are a lot of opportunities for you to say thank you, and every time you say thank you, you are increasing your love for the other person. Gift builds better bonding. Gifts shows you love someone. Hence, for kids, gift them ice creams, chocolates if they like, gift them with some vacation, give surprise gift to your spouse, take them for a nice dinner or lunch, etc. So gifting will strengthen your family bonding. Gamble is a very dangerous thing. It takes so much of effort, so long years to build your assets, and it's so easy to lose them in gamble. So imagine if someone loses their hard-earned money and property in gamble, devastating for the family, and then maybe they will not be able to recover with time. Hence it is a very risky thing. Never gamble. Family fun time. Bonding is very, very important in life. And how the bonding comes? Spending leisure time with family, spending quality time with family. Hence take vacation, take family holidays, spend some time, make your presence felt, and that increases bonding. Manners. See, the moment you are married, you are role model for many people. Your spouse will look at you as role model. Your kids will look at you as role model. Hence, manners becomes extremely important, right? Respect. Respect is another huge dimension where you have a responsibility. So your spouse, your kids are looking at you as a role model. Hence, you should demonstrate right behavior. So with position, respect doesn't change. For example, let's say between father and a son. Father may be lowly qualified, maybe just a graduate, maybe not even a graduate. And son may be highly qualified, maybe in a very good position. That doesn't change anything. Still, the father deserves the right kind of respect because he's a father. Same case with the mother. Mother deserves her great respect. Similarly, husband, wife, everyone has their own place or their own respect. Should never compromise on that. And that we should set a good example for kids and others to really look at us to follow that. Arrogance is a huge risk in the family because I am achiever, I achieved this, I'm so successful, I have so much of money. Anything can get into your head, but the way it affects family, when I say I'm so successful, my spouse will hear it as she is or he is not so successful. When you say I have so much of money, the other person will hear it as you don't have money, right? Hence, whenever you have arrogance, that opportunity creates insulting situation for others, and people will start avoiding you. People will distance from you. Hence, control your arrogance. Life is always all about youth and energy. So where it comes from? It comes from a lot of fruits, fresh vegetables. You should have a lot of energy, a lot of that enthusiasm. Hence, make it a point to have a culture at home to really have a lot of fruits and fresh vegetables on a regular basis. Money is a very essential and important part of the family life. It doesn't matter how much, there is no limit on how much money you can have, but you need enough money. The other important point is whatever you earn, whatever is your money should be in your control. It will be a very bad situation if your father controls son's money, elder brother controls younger brother's money, wife controls husband's money, husband controls wife's money. They will make a lot of discomfort. They will create discomfort in the family. Love. You must show affection by action. Someone should feel you love them. You gift them by you bring surprise gift. You pick them, you drop them, you wait for them. You make their birthday feel special. You make their marriage anniversary feel special. You invest time for them, and you really don't talk about it. So there are multiple ways people you can make your love felt. baggage. The biggest challenge when two people stay together, that every small event will start building hatred, right? I know my husband talks too much, I hate him. My wife spends much time on WhatsApp, I hate. My wife doesn't know cooking, I hate her. My husband drinks too much of tea, I hate him. So on. So there are so many aspects why, where you can hate, you don't like each other. Now if you keep on building that feeling forever, so with age, so for small thing, then that will end up into big fight. Imagine, two people fighting after 15 years, 20 years. 20 years back you did this to me, 10 years back you did that to me. They never forget. With that, they carry huge baggage in their mind. What's a good approach in life? You should be like a water bottle with no bottom, that it never gets filled. It comes and it goes. Forgive and forget is a wonderful approach in family life, where especially in married life, forgive and forget is a magic formula, so that you don't carry any baggage, you don't remember any bad things in the past, and you have unconditional love for your spouse and family. Think. In marriage, the moment you are married, the moment you have a family, you cannot be casual, you cannot be rash, you cannot be spontaneous, or have some hurried decisions or action taken. Every time, you should be very cautious. You should think what will be the consequences of your thought, your action on your family and on your dependents, etc. Right? So just an example. Look, especially if the relatives around, etc., then you always have some good support. That complicates the matter further. So what happens when you imagine a situation, right? So if husband and wife, they are fighting, husband is saying, I'm done with you, what do you think, I can't live with you, take a car, move away, and goes out forever. What's the impact of that on the family? How the kids feel? When they're fighting in front of kids, they're shouting, they're abusing, sometimes they're hitting each other. Imagine the impact of that on the growing kids, right? So always think what will be the consequences of your action, then act. Family time. So again, reiterating, it's very essential you spend some quality time with your family every single day. Have tea with them, have lunch with them, dinner with them wherever possible. Never make them feel that you are too busy. I'm busy, I don't have time, I have so many meetings, I'm traveling, I'm a great person. It's all okay, but you must take out time for your family because they deserve that. Kids time, bonding, similar to the family bonding time, kids time is also so important. Spend time with them, take them out for some parks, some games, spend time playing with them, sometimes spend time understanding them. That helps. Then kids will love you, they get attached, right? That helps to improve the bonding amongst you. Promise. Very, very careful when you promise something to your family. So make sure whatever you promise, you meet that 100%, because your promises are building the trust. People look at you, your promises are building your character, your trust, and it also shows how much you love your family, right? Hence, whatever you promise, you meet 100%. And if you're not in a position to meet that, it's better you keep silent. You don't promise. That's better. You can be a bad person temporarily than promise and miss and be a bad person forever. Be grounded. See, typically, imagine you are staying in a colony, your neighbor is ultra rich, you are not that much, based on your education, your kind of job, you have certain salary, certain income, your mileage, and everyone has their own mileage based on the way, they are positioned in life. And do not run a popularity contest. Do not compete with your neighbors or someone close to you unnecessarily. Everyone has their own life. Just because someone else bought a costly car, do not overstretch and buy a costly car. If someone bought a jewelry, do not overspend and buy jewelry, taking some additional loan or risk. Because, if you overspend, you will create long-term strain in your family. It may be difficult for you to meet with your income level or the way you are positioned in life. Hence, never run popularity context. Be realistic, know what is possible, do what is possible, and be on the ground. So here I stop my short video. Hope you found this useful. Thank you so much for your time. If you really liked it, then why don't you spend a little time for a good cause? You know how difficult or how important the marriage is. So help a single parent if possible, or help a widow. Or if you really want to help us, you can donate something to us. Number given below. You can UPI. So thank you so much. More to come. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye bye.